Welcome to our podcast that has earned recognition in 2019 and again in 2020 as one of the best in the marketing research field. This is Research Business Daily Report, the industry's only daily research video report. Thanks for watching us today, and please lend your support for our Research News video series. We'll tell you at the end of today's report how you can do that. I'm Bob Lederer, now in my 26th year as a respected voice in market research. J. David Power III, who began building a research business that we all came to know and respect, J.D. Power and Associates, died recently at age 89. Of course, for the longest time, the J.D. Power report on new automobiles became the standard for everyone in the research industry and the automobile industry. The service helped establish the idea of customer satisfaction, and even more importantly, it brought the voice of the customer to the boardroom. I had the honor of speaking with J.D. Power and one of his sons back in 2013. In fact, we're linking to the two-part RBDR series we ran with them at that time. You can find it in the description box underneath today's video. Now, I'd read criticism over the years that J.D. Power car ratings were being conducted strictly or predominantly for the advertising, and that brought up a lot of negative connotations for people in research. But after Power's passing, I read some other things that I thought were interesting. The Wall Street Journal's James Haggerty reported that car experts had a negative critique of what J.D. Power was doing because it was asking new car buyers in surveys shortly after a purchase what they thought of the car and whether they were satisfied. The critics opined that there was not necessarily a correlation between minor things that had gone wrong with their new vehicle and the car buyer's actual satisfaction. Truth be told, I once received a J.D. Power new car survey request along with a $5 bill. Now, I had a few problems with my new car, and I started to enter them into the survey, but the survey was 32 pages long, and I pocketed the $5 and sent back the half-completed survey. Just too much for me to do, taking too much time, and too many similar questions that I thought were presented in a slightly different way. To the survey's continuing credit, U.S. automakers learned the quality control procedures of Japanese car makers, and that happened at a time when Japanese cars were perceived as manufacturing that was of a higher quality. The survey also took years to win over General Motors, Ford, and Chrysler, but the influence of the research left the holdouts with little choice but to eventually give in and participate. Of course, over the years, J.D. Power expanded its purview, adding new category ratings that got it into cell phones, electric power utilities, hotels, airlines, rental cars, and new homes, and there were several others. That wraps up today's Research Business Daily Report. Now, for those of you who don't watch us every day, our editorial goal is to give you news insights or commentary that you won't find anywhere else. We've got no doubt that you will have a growing appreciation for what we're doing and see that we are actually living up to that promise if you give us a regular viewing. And as just one sign of your appreciation, we hope that you will consider becoming an RBDR Patreon supporter. In other words, that you'll find a way to donate whatever reasonable amount you feel comfortable providing to us on a monthly basis. And that's exactly what happened this week with Mark McDonough of Protégé. And it's also the reason why we set up our exclusive crowdfunding website, patreon.com/RBDR. So thank you, Mark, for your support. And we hope that those of you out there who haven't done so yet will pay a visit to RBDR's site that I just noted and perhaps make a contribution. Meanwhile, we hope that you have a good research day, and we'll be looking for you to join us again tomorrow. And until then, please stay safe.